everyone. Welcome to this Valentine's Day special. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. In this about 45 minutes, we will go over what is PAM, working life basics, about summer holiday, and what to know about youth activities. My name is Marjut, and I'm PAM Youth Secretary. During this broadcast, PAM's Head of Advisory, Juha Ojala, will also tell us what is an employment contract and what you should focus on when reading it. Many of you also have either summer work coming up, or you will hopefully have a summer holiday. So, Juha will give us a little bit more information about that. Also in the studio we have Jenni Väisänen, our studio director, who will be seeing through that everything works okay. And in case you noticed, originally our student secretary, Katja Palosari, was supposed to be here with us, but unfortunately she got notice from Koronavilkku and she's now self-isolating. But we will see her in a video in a little bit. And in a truly Valentine's Day spirit, we have here our lovely intern Matthias and to help us out.
Hello everyone.
Thank you, Matthias, so much. Tell us a little bit about yourself. When did you start here at PAM and how did you apply for this apprenticeship, internship?
Yeah, I started 2 weeks ago, basically 2 weeks ago from today, and the reason I applied was to improve my knowledge from the Finnish service sector and the union sector. And basically the project I'm involved with sounded super interesting, so yeah, it's been fun so far.
Yeah, wow, that's very brave of you to be here after only 2 weeks of working here at PAM. I would never have agreed to this, so thank you so much. But so what is it that you do here now? I understand you have some kind of project?
Yeah, so I'm doing a research project where I map out preconceptions that non-native speakers have towards the service union, basically.
Okay, well that's very important to us, and actually that suits our purpose very well since we are trying to reach with our English broadcast and many of our English newsletters and everything, more our English-speaking members. So, you are now very new here. What are your first impressions of PAM?
Yeah, super positive. Everyone's been really welcoming. Really, everyone wants to know me. Everyone's just really welcome, really positive. So really enjoyed it so far.
Thank you. That's the only correct answer, of course.
Yeah.
And also, since it's Valentine's Day and it's a mainly friend day here in Finland, but we would still like to know and how you will spend your Valentine. So before this broadcast, I made you fill out a quiz to figure out which friend character is your Valentine. And at the end of the broadcast, we will tell you and everyone else who that is.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to finding out my Valentine.
Yeah, but thank you so much for being a good sport, Matthias, and we will see you in a little bit.
Thank you. See you in a bit.
Alright, so the purpose here is also to make PAM a little more familiar and what PAM actually does and PAM membership entails and what youth events we have. And we will also check out a few collective agreements and how PAM event calendar works. And but before I go any further with this monologue, let's start a short video after I will show you what we have a special surprise for this Valentine's Day special. And also you can leave comments in the YouTube comment section, and either Katja will be answering there or we will answer here on the show some questions. You can ask us anything. Well, you can ask us anything, but we might not tell you answers to everything, but we'll see, we'll try. So, Jenni, play the first video. So, what is Service Union United, or PAM? PAM is a trade union, and trade union safeguards its members' interest at workplaces and negotiates collective agreements. You might have heard in a history class or somewhere else the benefits that the unions have negotiated over the years, but they should not be taken for granted. 8-hour working day, 5-day work week, sick pay, summer and winter holiday, and many other benefits that trade unions have negotiated with the help of members. These benefits must also. PAM represents retail industry, hotel, restaurant, facilities service sector, and many of the industries where especially young people go to work. PAM trainings are free for members, and also travel expenses and meals are paid. PAM trains its members for well-being at work, Finnish language, and much more. In addition, PAM also has career service. PAM Youth has also its own activities and events nationwide and regionally. Check out more information from online or ask from your regional office. There's a good saying, alone you go fast, but together we go far. And just like that, doing together, we can make working conditions better for us all. So now we're a bit more acquainted about what is PAM. So if you're not yet a PAM member, you can join easily online. Go to pam.fi/ilovepam or pam.fi/ilovepamstudent, and you can check the language from the right top menu. If you're currently studying, use the latter one. And camera one, I think we have here a text, yes. So you can either use one of these links, and if you join in February using one of these links, we will be raffling off some gift cards, and I will tell you later what they are. But like in the video, the reasons to join PAM are that you influence working conditions in your own sector, and you get lots of that information. You also get PAM trainings, and by being a member, you influence how loudly we can speak in a society. And PAM trainings and events are all free for members. You also get food, we compensate your travel expenses, so really use those trainings. And so as I told you in the beginning, we will raffle off some prizes, and we will have a small quiz here where we can check if you have learned the things we are here to teach you. And I think, Matthias, can you give me the first prize and tell us what it is? So you can show it to the camera.
Of course. Well, because it's almost Valentine's Day, this prize really suits the occasion. Our first prize is sponsored by Scandic Hotels, and it's a gift card to any Scandic hotel, one night's accommodation for 2 people.
Yes, that is awesome. Thank you, Scandic. And we will also be raffling off 2 more Scandic gift cards for accommodation between the people who join PAM using these links in February. So if you join PAM now or in February, you will be in the raffle. And more prizes will be announced during the broadcast, so stay tuned. And I think now is the good time to look at Katja's greeting video, where Katja is actually our student secretary, so that is why she will also tell us a little bit about voluntary school spokespersons. So let's play Katja's video next.
Hi there, my name is Katja Palosaari and I'm PAM's student secretary. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it in the studio with Marju today because the coronavirus caught me and I'm self-quarantined right now. But let me tell you a couple of things about PAM's work-life infos as well as voluntary school spokespersons.
PAM cooperates on regular basis with educational institutions in the service sector. PAM's school spokespersons visits vocational schools, universities of applied sciences and adult education centers to inform and educate on rules of working life as well as coach students in the matters of private service sector. Why we do this? Well, we want the students to receive updated information about rules of working life, such as knowledge about their rights and obligations, and information about labor markets and their function in Finland, and also information about unions and student membership. Would you be interested of becoming a voluntary school spokesperson? You can sign up as a voluntary school spokesperson if you are a member of PAM. Being a voluntary school spokesperson is a lot of fun. You can do this on the side of your studies or work whenever it's suitable for you. We will train you for the task and PAM's employee will help you get started. Sign up if you are interested.
Bye! Enjoy the show!
Alright, thank you Katja so much, and let's hope that it was just a scare and you don't get sick. But actually, Finnish people believe that honey is some kind of a cure for a cold. So I think probably not for the COVID though, but probably that reminds me. Matthias, did we have a sweet honey prize in celebration of Valentine's Day?
Yes, we actually did. Here's a prize package of Finnish honey, which is good for everyone and everything, and also some salt soap, and which is also a prize. So if you want to win these prizes, just do the quiz after the broadcast and fill your info at the end. And the address is pam.fi/quiz.
Yes. And you can see the address here below the screen, or you can click the link in the text description of the video. And you can actually participate in the quiz and raffle until the 21st of February. And after that, we will contact the winners personally.
Yeah, so next in a video, Juha Ojala will explain what is an employment contract, which is always important when you're starting a new job.
Kirjallinen työsopimus. Mitä pitää huomioida kirjallisessa työsopimuksessa ja olla tarkkana, kun sen allekirjoittaa? Sopimus kannattaa aina olla kirjallinen, koska siitä selkeästi näkee tärkeät asiat, kuten muun muassa työaika, palkka, työtehtävät ja tietysti se, että kuinka kauan työsuhde kestää, toistaiseksi vai onko se määräaikainen, se joskus päättyy. Työsopimuksessa yksi tosi tärkeellinen oleellinen kohta on, että siinä on sovittava työajasta ja nimenomaan vähimmäistyöajasta. Palvelualalla ei voi olla mitään nollatuntisopimuksia. Työajasta voi olla myöskin sovittu, mihin se sijoittuu, onko se ilta- vai päivätyötä, mutta oleellista on se vähimmäistyöaika. Kun allekirjoitat työsopimusta, niin totta kai pitää olla tarkkana, että mitä on allekirjoittamassa, mutta on hyvä muistaa, että siellä ei voida kuitenkaan sopia mitä tahansa. Esimerkiksi ei voida sopia, että tästä ei sitten makseta sairausajan palkkaa tai ei muita iltallisia tai muita korvauksia. Niin tärkeä paperi kuin se onkin, minkä olet allekirjoittanut, niin on hyvä muistaa, että työsopimuksella ei kuitenkaan voida koskaan alittaa ammattiliiton työehtosopimuksissa sinulle sopimia etuja.
Thank you, Juha, so much. And also, in addition to employment contract, you also need to know that there are also collective agreements that govern how the employment works. An employment contract plus collective agreement, and then plus all the laws that are in this really, really large book about employment and workers' relationships are important. But this is some kind of book that you don't have to remember. You can always call PAM and ask if you have any questions related to these law issues. But at PAM store, we have a PAM online store where you can order, if you're a member, free these kind of collective agreements. This is the real book, the big one, and then we have these pocket-sized versions in multiple languages. And you can order these and you can keep them with you everywhere you go. So if you need to check, for example, how does the holiday pay go, how overtime works, and how much sick leave you can have, for example, an employer pays for sick leave then and everything else. So you can order these, and actually these are in about 6 different languages, also Arabic, English, and Russian and Estonian. So order these, or then you can ask for your shop steward these. And also during this time, it's good to remember that in Finnish law we also have this kind of health and safety law, which governs that employees have to be safe when they work. So you might have these kind of masks on, or some kind of rules at the moment that you have to keep distance or be wearing some kind of visor. So I hope your employer has made certain steps so that your working is much safer now during these COVID times. And we are also raffling off 2 of these masks, so you can wear these if you go to a grocery store or use the bus or something else. So we will also raffle off these kind of things. But hey, it's also good to know that when you're applying for a summer job, some basics. So employment contract is the first thing, of course, to get before you start working. But our student secretary Katja explains in the next video also how to prepare for a summer job interview and how orientation works and everything else.
Welcome to watch PAM's checklist for a summer job. It is good to remember a few facts about working life and working before you start a summer job. There are some obligations, but in return, employees also have many rights. In this presentation, we will go through these following subjects: job interview, work contract, collective agreement, shift roster, introduction, illness at work, occupational safety, payslip, employment certificate, and where to seek help if you face issues at work. Are you going to a job interview? Here's some tips for you. It pays off to prepare well for an interview. Employers generally choose interview candidates on the basis of their written job applications. Employers use interviews to find out more about the applicant's skills and suitability for the job on offer, and to see whether the impression of the person they got from the job application was correct. The interview is used to find out what the applicant is like as a person, what interpersonal skills they have, and whether they are genuinely interested in the job they are applying for. Also, understanding key information about the company can help you go into your interview with confidence. Using the company's website or social media will provide a solid understanding of the company's goals. Reread the job description and underline specific skills the employer is looking for. Think about examples from your past jobs that align with these requirements. Also, prepare smart questions for your interviewers. Employers want to know that you are serious about the job. And here's the important part. Take all previous school and employment certificates with you. There are certain questions that you don't need to answer in the job interview, and the interviewer are not allowed to ask. These are questions that could be used to discriminate against the applicant. These type of questions are, for example, candidates' race, ethnicity, religion, family status, pregnancy, sexual orientation, or gender identity. The part of employment contract must follow the relevant collective agreement. And that is PUM's most important task, to negotiate collective agreements. Collective agreements specify the minimum terms and conditions of employment, such as pay, working hours, sick pay, holiday compensations, and so on. Employers must draw up shift rosters in advance. Shift rosters must show the beginning and end times of employees' regular working hours and the times of their daily breaks. Each shift roster must be communicated to employees in writing well ahead of time and no later than 1 week before the start of the period it covers. Once a shift roster has been issued, it can only be changed with the employee's consent. The employer does not have the right to change the shift roster, for example, in a situation where a rainy day makes the guests to vanish from the ice cream kiosks or patios are quiet. A shift marked in the shift roster is a correct shift for which an employee has to always be paid for. However, if the employer cancels the shift anyway, the salary must still be paid for. All employees are entitled to new employee orientation and work guidance, including temporary agency workers and summer workers. Proper orientation training is also important for occupational safety. New employee orientation training will introduce your duties, details of your employment contract, your workstations, work friends, as well as occupational safety issues. Under the Employment Contracts Act, employees prevented from performing their work by an illness or accident are entitled to sick pay. By law, sick pay is paid from the day when the employee fell ill if it would have been a working day, and for the next 9 following working days. If the employment relationship has lasted for minimum of 1 month, the employee is entitled to full pay as sick pay. If your employment has lasted less than a month, check your entitlement to pay in the collective agreement that applies in your job. It's the responsibility of each employer to ensure that the work does not endanger employees' health and safety. The employer must look after physical conditions at the workplace, such as temperatures and ergonomics, and maintain a good atmosphere among employees as well as supervisors. Who would figure that here in Finland, the heat may sometimes surprise us? It is the employer's obligation to make sure that the temperature remains below 28 Celsius when the outside temperature is over 25 Celsius. If you are not sure if you were paid correctly, contact your employer right away and try to sort things out. In most cases, such issues are caused by mistake and it only takes a reminder to correct them. If the issue is not resolved after you have sent a reminder, your shop steward or union can help and take the issue forward. Don't hesitate to contact us. The employee is entitled to receive a written employment certificate for their job. Under the law, employers must provide a testimonial for up to 10 years after the end of employment. Summer workers are also entitled to annual holiday or compensation for annual holiday. Compensation for annual holiday is paid if you do not or cannot take holiday. Remember to check your holiday pay on your payslip. If you face issues at workplace, always discuss first with your supervisor. If the problem is not solved or if you disagree, discuss with shop steward. The shop steward is the first person to turn to for help with any issues and problems relating to employment relationships at the workplace. If there is no shop steward at your workplace, contact PAM. Service Union United PAM represent workers in society at the workplaces and negotiates collective agreements in private service sector. As a student, you have a great opportunity to join as PAM's student member. As a student member, you get almost all the PAM's membership benefits at your disposal. Student membership is free of charge and ends automatically a year after you graduate. If you work, remember to join as a regular member. Then you add the unemployment allowance and legal services to your membership. Join online. Go to website opiskelija.pam.fi and fill the membership form. Thank you for listening. Also, go check our website www.pam.fi.
Right, as you saw in the video, there are many things that are important. And there are also directives at work, and this is very important to know, that the employer and an employee both have to follow these certain rules. And the employer, the boss, actually has the right and obligation to manage the work and oversee performing work duties. And this is known as work direction right. You might come across this term later on. And both parties are obligated to obey the legislation, the big book, the collective agreements that we showed before, and the work contracts. And the employer is responsible to make sure that the work doesn't cause any harm for employees' safety or security. But in the video, all right, Matthias, what did you find most important in that video? What was that caught your eye?
I'd say preparation and orientation are really important things.
Yeah, for me it was the shift list. So when you work, you get a shift list that has how many days, how many times, what time do you have work, and you might have to mark in, for example, you might have times that you have an extra shift, you might have a sick leave or something, and it's important to mark these down so you can compare it to the pay slip, so you see if your pay has been paid correctly. Matthias, do we have PAM calendars here?
Yeah, we have one here. Here you go.
Yes, thank you. So these kind of calendars you can get from PAM online store for free if you're a member. And here's a good shift list roster where you can write down all your shifts. And I used these for many years. I worked at the airport for 8 years. So during that time I always marked everything down, so it was very easy to check if my pay was paid correctly. So, but if you have worked for a bit longer, you might have a holiday coming up, and that is something that you should also write in this calendar down. But let's see how summer holiday is earned. We have next a video about that, and Juha Ojala explains.
Hi, my name is Juha, and the purpose of this video is to figure out how many days you are entitled to have summer vacation on your next summer. And to start, we must find out what is the holiday credit year. because it's not the same as a calendar year. It's 12 months, but it doesn't start 1st of January. Actually, it starts the 1st of April. And it ends in the last of March. And this is the time when you have to check in the end of the period that have you earned your holiday and how many days you have earned. And why this holiday credit years, when it ends, why is it so important to check how many days or how many months have you been working during that time? That's because you earn 2 days per month, or you earn 2.5 days a month the holiday. And that's important because this is about the winter holiday, but we are now figuring out how many summer holidays you will have. At the end of this period, if you have been employed more than a year, and actually if you have started your employment for 1st of March, that's enough, because then you have earned 2.5 half days per month. If you have started after this time, so you have only 2 days per month. Important to check also that you have worked at least 14 days per month, or at least 35 hours per month, because if you have worked under that time, you are not entitled at all. But when you have worked at least those days or hours every month, so you are entitled to have 2 or 2.5 holidays per month. Let me give you two examples. If you have started the 1st of August, and that means the 8th month of the year, and then you have worked every month 35 hours at least, or 14 days per month. So you have earned actually, because here is the 8 months on the whole, so you are entitled to have 88 times 2, so you have earned on that time 16 holiday days. Okay, and I will give you another example. In this case, you have started to work before the 1st of 4th, and that means you are entitled to more holiday days, because now we are earning 2.5 holiday days per month. And that means 12 months. That means that you are entitled on the whole to 30 holiday days. But that means that the 24 holiday days will be as your summer holidays, summer vacation, and that 6 days what are left, so that will be in the future your winter holiday. And now when you have earned your holiday, so we will find out how to take out your holiday. And that's important that they are placed on Monday to Saturday. So Saturday is also calculated or taken as a holiday. And also important is that what is the period that the holiday must be granted. Because it starts from the 1st of May and it lasts so late in the autumn as the last of September. So actually September is a holiday month in Finland according to the Annual Holiday Act. The Annual Holiday Act defines that all the workers has always right to make a wish when the holiday is granted. That means if you want to have your holiday on May or in September or somewhere between that. But it's sad to say that on the end it's the boss
It's the employer who decides when the holiday is granted.
Great, Juha. Thank you for that so much. And when you work in a field that has collective agreements, just like in PAM, many of the fields do have one of these kind of books, you also get something called bonus holiday pay. And that is usually about 50% of the holiday pay in total. So you get 50% extra during your holiday. But it's still important to check your own collective agreement to see how it's calculated, because it varies a little bit between trades and industries. But hey, Matthias, what did we have next to raffle off?
Yeah, well, we have here a gift card for 20 euros. Let me show you, to the S group. And also this kind of gift card you will receive if you recommend PAM membership to your coworkers.
Yeah, so that is actually good. You can buy some chocolate with that. That's excellent.
Most definitely.
Yes. So let's take a look at a video that explains how to recommend and why it is totally worth it.
When you are a PAM member, you can recommend PAM membership. The more members we have, the better we can make a difference and influence working conditions. You can recommend PAM membership to your co-workers or friends who work or study in the service sector. You can also take your friend or co-worker with you to PAM youth events or training, or you can find new friends at PAM events. Many of our young members have said that it was at PAM youth events where they found new lifelong friends. You can recommend PAM membership easily online through pam.fi website, pam.fi/recommend. First, fill out your own information. When you have filled out your own information, you can choose which way to send your message. You can use WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, send an email, or even a postcard. But then, of course, you will need to know your friend's postal address. You can add your own message and make it personal that way. You can also recommend PAM membership in person with the PAM flyer, or you can leave flyers, for example, in the break room. PAM also has an online store. Online store is easily found from top menu at pam.fi website. There you can order material, flyers to help you with recommending membership. Sign in with your information, and after that you can see what products are free for members. Flyers, collective agreements, and more. Collective agreements in pocket size are available in multiple languages, including Arabic, Russian, and Estonian. You can look for more products, leaflets, and add them to the shopping cart. Many of the leaflets have multiple language choices. Remember to add your name when ordering. And it's good to know that there is no postal fee if the products you are ordering from the shop are free. When you recommend, it is totally worth it. When your friend joins, you get an S Group gift card. And if 5 of your friends join, you get a gift card for 250 euros. So go and recommend membership. Materials, flyers, and help for recommendation can also be found from your own PAM regional office.
Alright, that was a very good explaining video how it is important to recommend PAM membership. So always visit pam.fi/recommend, and you can go straight and even send a postcard, which are very rare these days, so it's a good way to recommend. So as we have explained, when you are a PAM member, you can participate in membership training and youth events. So let's take a look what kind of courses we have coming up. So we have here, for example, in April, we have this Welcome New Members PAM course. So it's a youth and it's an online date where we go over a little bit about PAM youth activities, as well as we have a guest lecture from Kim Nyström, who is a very inspirational speaker. And everyone who participates gets also a €10 as group gift cards. So keep that in mind. And when you're a member, you can sign up to these courses and sign in using your bank information or a mobile certificate. And trainings are mostly in Finnish. We do have some online courses in English, but it's also nice to go to the live events, even though if they speak Finnish there, because you can get help from trainers and everyone else with the translation. Finnish people traditionally speak kind of okay English, at least, like me. But this year we have nationwide, we have multiple events. We have the biggest one, which is in November. We have Youth Forum, but we also have youth events in 4 areas in English during next summer. So we have in English in Helsinki, Turku, Oulu and Vaasa at least one event in English. So be sure to keep notice of PAM Facebook or go to the event calendar and check it out and sign up to those courses online. But it's also important to know that the PAM regional youth events are also open to non-members. So if you are a member, you can bring your co-worker, or if you're a student member, you can bring a student with you to these events, even if they're not a member. But just let us know in the sign-up form so we can take account of that. And also always remember, if you have any questions about PAM youth events, you can contact us at nuoret@pam.fi. And we are always happy to hear from you and get to know you, and if you have any ideas, comments or concerns, we would like to answer those. But hey, before we finish this broadcast, let's see. I think if you haven't joined, by the way, PAM yet, you can do it now, but I think we have one more prize, don't we?
Yeah. So the last prize we have is a PAM tote bag, which is full of surprises, such as chocolate, that's suiting for Valentine's Day, a water bottle, a scarf to keep you or your Valentine warm, and I also think there should be, yes, a PAM beanie. So
Yes.
a bag full of stuff.
Yes. Awesome. Chocolate, that's what I need for Valentine. And all these prizes will be raffled off between all who finish the quiz and left their information. If you get something wrong in the quiz, it doesn't matter. Just leave your information and you will be in the raffle.
Yeah, so the link's also available below this video, and it is open for 1 week from this day, and we will raffle the prizes on the 22nd of February, and all winners will be contacted personally.
Yes. So good luck everyone with the quiz and raffle, and have a lovely Valentine's Day. And if you post on social media, use I love PAM or hashtag PAMYouth, and we will highlight the best post in our social media at PAM Nuoret. But so, Matthias, Valentine's Day is this Sunday. How are you spending it?
Well, in Finland, Valentine's Day is basically known as the Friends' Day, so I will probably spend some time with my friends outside. We'll do something fun, something like that. What about you?
Well, for me, I had a sugar strike which ended, so definitely lots of chocolate, probably a Disney Plus movie or something. And if it's not too cold, I will take my dogs out for a very long walk, since I don't like the cold and the dogs don't either. But if it's fine, then I will do that.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but I think we promised to tell you and our viewers who is your friend's Valentine. Are you ready for the result?
Yeah, I'm excited to find out.
All right, I will show you to the camera first. Hope you can see. I don't know if somebody recognizes who that is.
Oh, it's Janice.
Yes.
One of my favorite characters, I have to admit. Quite the remarkable one.
Yeah.
So, quite the Valentine, I guess.
Yes. And you love to laugh, so that's actually very good. For me, it was Richard, so I'm a bit concerned about that, but I think we'll see. Well, he does have a nice mustache, so I think that will be great.
That's pretty good.
But hey, hopefully you can have a fun Valentine's Day weekend, even if during this Corona time. And you have also learned some important stuff about basics of working life also here with us. But when you celebrate, please remember that it's still Corona time, so please remember to keep your distance, keep wearing a mask, and see you next time. And hopefully also at PAM events in real life during next summer this year.
Yeah, so hopefully you can find a way to contact your loved ones on Valentine's Day through the phone, maybe email, or even send postcards. So take care, stay healthy, and we love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.